Well,
we do that best here.
Aster are doing quite a lot of the same stuff as last game. It's the same support duo, and this time they have the Doom again, so 3 out of the 5 heroes are identical. This time around, Monet has a little bit more in the ways of setting things up, and as the panel talked about, no Morphling to worry about. Would love to see Baboka show up a little bit more in this game than it did in the last.
Siamese Cat, he's gonna get blood grenaded and likely run down, which means first blood will go to Jabs on the Timber, which is, I feel like, the only hero I've seen him play in this tournament.
He seems to be getting his hands on it a lot. We saw him play Pango the other day, but this time it's Mikoto playing it mid. I don't know if there was any merit to putting the Timber mid and putting Pango off lane, because that's an option that Talon have. Mikoto does play a good Timber as well, but they opted for doing it the way around. I suppose Timber feels safer against Windranger than Pango does. Either way.
I mean, that mid lane, though, that is... QOP is going to have... Smel's going to have an easy time.
He should have a field day. That's part of the reasoning that I was thinking Talon might do it the other way around, is that they're just one of the only teams to play offlane Pango, so this time there's actually quite a bit of merit to it. You would avoid this situation as Timber, where you're fighting into the Undying, which can be annoying. Oh, Shackle Shot level 1 from Monet.
Jabs, he's in quite a bit of trouble. Pops the stick, blood grenade again, decay, and death. So Jabs, despite getting that first blood earlier, does get run down.
Really offensive.
Really bad.
Oh, but it's a nice singing voice, so it's gotta be nice, right?
Nobody did the Google Translate on that one. That's
We took a fat dump on you last game.
Well, Q takes a bit of damage here. So it will be a support Bat Rider, which the panel originally thought was definitely going to be core because of the nerf, plural, in this last patch to Bat Rider.
And they were jokingly saying skill Firefly level 1 and steal your farm. Well, that's kind of what Q's doing.
Yeah.
He didn't skill Flame Break. Yeah, I guess the mindset here is if you just push out the wave and you keep moving around, then you make space for Timber to have some freedom. So far, I mean, I was going to say so far so good. Timber died minute 1, but...
So far so good.
I guess it will stabilize a little bit over time. This is... Yeah, I really want to watch this lane quite a bit, actually, because I feel like Baboka, like I said in the last game, did not live up to expectations for how we usually see him just terrorize the map on Ench. And it's going to have to start up here with bullying the PL so that Doom can get his Vanguard. And when Doom either has that or is close, at least, you can start moving off and pressure mid. Pango is very susceptible to Ench ganks, actually, because if he uses any of his spells to farm, Ench flanks him. Even if you have Swashbuckle, after the nerfs, the distance you cover is actually pretty small. Yeah. So you can just enchant him and just run him down with Queen of Pain and all her spells.
And from 23savage's perspective, do you think that this is a good PL game? They do have Gleipnir Carrier in Windrunner. They have... I mean, they have Doom, which he could buy Shivas at some point. If you get the Aghanim Scepter, then it's good luck playing PL.
QOP bags as well.
Yeah, a lot of burst damage and AoE from QOP. Do you think that's plenty?
I mean, despite all of that, I actually still think this is a good PL game late enough. Like, the panel was talking about it, and I agree. It's definitely not like Aster don't have solutions, but I just feel like sometimes it gets really deceptive how much PL can actually handle toward the end of the game. Like, some of the spells that they're pointing out, they will fall off. Like, it's not like Queen of Pain is going to always feel like a threat when you have 4k health. Scorched Earth is going to start becoming insignificant. The Gleipnir, you're going to have both Manta and Doppelganger after. So, it's... I'm not going to say Aster on a timer, but I feel like the Windranger against PL matchup late game should be pretty PL favored, to be honest, when both heroes get big. And it's also what Talon are banking on, right? They picked the hero for a reason. They're one of the few teams to actually run this hero right now. And it's one of 23.
Oh, the courier is dead eventually after 3 right clicks from the pitiful Bat Rider.
Yeah, level 1 on Bat is pretty underwhelming minute 4, you gotta say. Mikoto.
Well, okay.
Got the rune here. Samel actually might need a little bit of help. He doesn't get the bottom water. This is pretty bad news.
He should be able to.
He has Blink. He'll get it. Okay.
And looking at the CS, you're right. It's actually quite even in the mid lane. I think Samel has a slight lead in terms of denies, but I think if you're a Pango, that is great news.
Yeah, this is definitely good enough. I guess also worth keeping in mind that some of your some of your mindset about how this matchup goes might be outdated. Pango being universal, you know,
Fair.
you just do better in certain situations than you would in the past. Even if it comes like, oh, Ollie.
Yeah, we have TP support coming in, which means XXS trying to run away. He's blood grenaded and now Firefly down, but Ollie's gonna die first. And XXS will follow suit.
Undying comes through the gate, places a ward, and leaves again.
Yep, that's his worth.
Very.
Sumail has to be very careful. Swashbuckle back up in 3 seconds.
I would agree, though. I instinctively, I still thought this was going to be Queen favored by a decent amount, but for now, it's a draw, more or less. I mean, there's a couple of denies, as you said, but Mikoto's definitely holding his own. He's going to get a nice bottle refill here coming in from Ollie, and even a full Tango. Man, I think mid laner must be so fun sometimes. Just... I was going to say everybody loves you, but I think it's like more of like a forced relationship. It's by necessity.
Yeah.
Everybody puts up with you because they want to win.
Yeah, that's how my casting career with you has developed over the years.
Yep. It's a one-way thing, though. I put up with you.
Good one.
Yes. True one.
Sumail has to walk all the way back to base, but he did clear out most of the waves, so we'll get the nice refill of the bottle. And Monet... I mean, what do you think of Wind Ranger? I feel like, for some reason, when the patch first came out, she was mega strong, winning like every game. Makoto will be able to get the illusion rune. And actually, you see the first ult of the game from him, but the Sonic Wave brings him back, and he actually gets stuck into the wall, but luckily for him, has the illusion rune bottled. Oh my god, the impetus almost one-shots him there. All right.
That was real close.
I thought it actually hit while he was rolling.
Yeah, I don't know if he could have tried to change the angle so he would have rolled into it first before swashing, but either way, he does get away there.
Anyway, back to Windrunner.
Yeah, I haven't been particularly impressed with this as a safe lane carry either, I'll be honest. I feel like, I mean, maybe we've just cast the games where it didn't work out primarily, but I don't know. I think the hero just definitely has some weaknesses when played as a carry. Like most carry versus carry matchups, a lot of carries in this patch love buying Nullifier. That's already a big problem for you.
Yeah.
You have to be able to isolate a target and stick on them in the fight. So saves become really powerful against Wind Ranger as well.
We're gonna see this impetus again.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news about the nullifiers, nobody... Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah.
If Sumail's scream would have connected, he would have died there, actually.
100%.
Very close.
Dire's top tower.
Nobody on Talon really wants to buy Nullifier, right? It's going to have to be the PL.
He definitely can.
But that's not, I mean, typically you want just stat items, right? Like, that's not something, if it's a normal game without something to counter like that.
PL actually likes buying Nullifier as one of his later items because it's just his guaranteed way of assassinating supports. Because otherwise he has to deal with Glimmer Cave, Force Staff, all this stuff to just kite him out. So
I guess Nullifier just counters so much these days.
You do get it at some point. It's either that or Abyssal, but I just think it's a no-brainer in this game because of the Wind Ranger. It just becomes overwhelmingly...
Alright, you've sold me. You've sold me.
But you're right that he's the only one. So she only has to deal with the one. And I guess there's a lot of merit to Lincolns on her in this game when you're playing against both the Rubik and the Bad Rider, so that's also kind of nice as universal heroes. She definitely has her merits here. Yeah, it's just maybe it's just personal bias that I haven't really seen those like insane carry performances. I think personally for me, I like the hero more as a mid. Also because, like we talked about, what Wind Ranger does so well is she gets focus fire and she runs around and killing a single hero and then she kind of resets, right?
Yeah.
In mid, you get those levels faster and you start making those moves on the map and set up someone else to carry the game.
Makoto, he's out of mana. Well, he pops the wand and just rolls away. But you can see Sumail already popped that haste rune as Doom has made an appearance as well. They use it onto the Timber Saw. Gets rolled on by Makoto, though, as Sumail continuing the pressure. Q looks to be mega dead. Timber under the tier 1 tower still. He's going to get power shot and brought down. So 2 kills for Aster. Make it 3 with the Sonic Wave from Sumail. And even Baboka looks to be living through this engagement. So no casualties at all, as basically both teams showed up in full force in the mid lane. Is this Heroes of the Storm?
Aster did a really good job at spreading things out there. They forced out the Pango roll and the wand like you talked about, but then they didn't get connected on at all. So Mikoto's effectively wasting this entire fight, rolling after a hasted Queen of Pain. He reconnects onto the Doom at this point, but the Doom already out on Timber means he's not a part of the fight whatsoever. And Baboka and Sumail just run through and deal all the damage that they want to, with none of the enemy cores really able to fight. PL TP's in too late for the fight to really be a success. It was nicely coordinated by Aster. They just took out both enemy cores from play, and the supports don't have enough in the tank yet. Batter at a level, what's he, level 4? Level 5 just now, so I think he was level 4 in that fight. Still to the table. I don't know about the no flame break build, by the way. That seems a little bit maybe extreme. I know the nerfs were kind of significant, but I still think there's merit to skilling this spell as a support just because of how your teammates can play off it as well as like a pseudo catch, and might have been handy there, to be honest, to have a flame break point.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Potentially.
Good move from
Aster
Aster.
making all the difference for Sumail. He was able to do whatever the hell he wanted in that fight. And Aster with a slight lead in terms of net worth right now.
Very, very
You
good.
can see Jabs leading the way for Talon, as we're going to see him bottom, rip right through the Undying. Siamese Cat will eventually drop. Now the only real hero that can take down the Tombstone is the PL, as we're going to see. Makoto with that Rolling Thunder and a Swashbuckle Hurricane. Not quite there. Was pretty close though. Shield room from Sumail means he can trade all he wants.
Going for the Witchblade. Pretty standard Queen build up here.
A lot of action in this mid lane.
Falcon
My
Blade
goodness.
into the Witchblade, so the Blade build. The double blade. Just needs a Blade Mail for the triple blade build.
Okay.
And then Blades of Attack in his backpack.
Shadow Blade.
Yes. There's a lot of blades in Dota, actually.
Are you surprised?
I don't know. Maybe they could have called one of them something else. We don't have a... Do we have a Scimitar? We don't.
I mean, there's only so many names for...
I don't think we
sword.
have... Do we have a single item? We have Broadsword. We don't have a single Scimitar. I guess we have a dagger.
We don't have nunchucks either, actually.
That's true.
That's
Well,
a very
that's-
important weapon. Very realistic.
Brewmaster has those, right? Isn't that
It's-
one of his... Is it his base weapon? No, it's a
I
cosmetic,
mean,
right?
it's kind... Oh, maybe. But yeah, I can see the similarity.
I think he has either a... I think it's a cosmetic. I think his default is the cane, right?
Is it a cane?
I don't know. It's like some sort
There's
of...
no way it's a...
Some sort of staff.
Yeah, that's
Right.
probably more accurate.
I'm going to look this up. This is a very good time to have a pause.
Yep.
His default weapon, Brewmaster's Staff.
It has like that little chain on it to make it... Yeah,
I guess he doesn't have nunchucks.
well, you don't have all the cosmetics either.
Do nunchucks not... It's also called a nunchuck when you use it in one hand, right? It's not like a two-handed... It's a
Correct.
one-hand weapon.
I
Yeah.
mean, it could be either, but yeah.
Yeah. You know a lot about nunchucks.
Sure.
Radiant's bottom tower
You know
is
me.
under attack.
Always on top of my nunchuck lore.
You want some movie with them by any chance?
Probably many. Sumail getting his bottle refilled.
Thanks,
Top net
Baboka.
worth on Aster. As Firefly Blood Grenade and Lasso not able to bring him down to the low ground. Has to be a bit careful because XXS has showed up. Although Jabs is here trying to finish off Siamese Cat, and he does so, but Doom, as in the ult, still available, but nobody really close enough to help out. Monet's TP,
Yeah, he's
quite a bit of time.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
But that leaves open this mid tower for destruction potentially as the rally creeps get destroyed. More gets spawned.
Dyer's middle
And down
tower
goes the tower.
is falling.
Baboka definitely having a much better time this time than last game. Last game at this point in time, he was like level 4. Now he's almost level 6. He's 2-1-2. He's been pushing this mid tower. Found a couple of good kills, especially that fight earlier that we saw around mid. So Aster's conditions are better, but it doesn't look like Talon are under a lot of pressure regardless. Like, you've lost 2 towers, you're still up 1k gold. PL is farming to his heart's content. Timber is #1 on net worth in the whole game.
Amazing what you're finally
I think Talon are really too unhappy about the situation. Interesting here from
He's
Jabs.
going
First of
Blade
all,
Mill.
going Blade Mill. Secondly, to Timber Chain the camp, but those...
Maybe that's the next patch where the camp are considered trees as well to help out Timbersaw players.
How would that be for a shard instead of the... What's it called?
Flamethrower's cool.
It is cool, but what if you could Timber Chain onto people?
That could
swing
be,
around.
Sounds like a 25 talent to me.
Yeah,
Dire are
that would be very
scanning.
good.
Ollie and Makoto in the smoke right. Oh, Monet can feel it deep in his bowels. He knew that was going to happen.
Spidey senses tingling.
Blade mail now officially. Talk to me about the blade mail. That is quite interesting.
It is quite unusual. I guess there's a lot of... It's obviously going to offer him some protection against focus fire, and I guess Queen of Pain is doing a lot of uncontrollable damage in fights, so she can't really avoid taking damage from the blade mail. She's going to use Scream, she's going to use Sonic. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of players would have not gone this here, or rather most players would have prioritized something else. I don't know if anyone would have got this idea. Not personally really sold on it. I think something like a pipe, if you want to go more of a defensive route, would have been really valuable for his team.
I mean, would you say, in terms of priority focus firing targets, is Jabs even top
That's the other thing. Is he going to be the target?
Because you're going to get the reactive armor stacks instantly from focus fire. I don't know how
Yeah.
much. I mean, once Maelstrom's online, maybe it doesn't matter as much, but
I don't know. Find it a bit odd. I guess it protects him against Ench too.
yeah.
That's
Dire's
maybe the
bottom
bigger
tower
one,
is
actually.
under
Ench has
attack.
been killing Timber a lot this tournament, but... But no.
Well,
I think...
if she does get like a hurricane pike or something, and then you have that triple volley or whatever it is,
Yeah,
that would hurt.
I don't know. There's just so many items that rival this, right? You could get a Halberd against the Wind Ranger or the Ench. You get the evasion against Dash Assist against the Doom, which would be nice. You could buy standard stuff like Lotus. We saw that last game. That would allow him to reflect Shackle Shot. It would allow him to remove Shadow Strike and Chan to reflect Doom, you know. I don't know. I feel like he's still going to go Lotus, but okay, now he's eyeing up the Halberd, actually.
Lasso.
Boca.
Okay, the Rolling Thunder actually completely misses Baboka, who stays alive a little bit longer, but finally does fall. Here comes the Flesh Golem plus Sumail. Doesn't look like Aster wants to commit, though. They have lost their Enchantress already, as 23savage shows up in addition.
He is just completely untouched this game. There's been no pressure on this.
0, 0, and 1 PL. Yeah.
He just gets to farm. Aster seemed content to just move around the map, and I don't really get the vibe that they're really forcing anything much of the time so far in this series. Similar to last game, I guess they were like 5-man smoking a couple of times because out of necessity, but not too much aggression aside from that one mid move 15 minutes in. The Talon heroes are pretty content with the situation.
Yeah, maybe they're just waiting for some sort of power spike. And we talked about PL having, Aster having some tools against PL, but it's not like he's hard countered by any means.
No, I don't think so. I definitely wouldn't consider this a bad PL game. If it were, then you just don't pick it, right? Like, this hero is a 9th or a 10th pick in the draft almost always, and...
To be fair, we have seen some last pick heroes that have been hard countered before.
We have.
Yesterday, actually, if memory serves.
I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen a team pick PL into a really bad game. It's like, it's very obvious whether something is a truly bad PL.
Especially these days when, from the carry position, yeah, you can ban a lot of the popular ones, but so many heroes can be flexed as a carry.
Yeah.
It feels there's going to be something you can pick that's at least okay. And Diffusal now
Double
online.
Diffusal. One on Tango, one on the PL.
Yeah, and Makoto's farm is, as we're seeing Baboka die, his farm is not particularly good if you look at it compared to everybody else's. We have the Shackle Shot Focus Fire combination from Sumail. Q is dead.
That's Monet.
No grab ally. What?
Here comes the mail.
Okay. Big Sonic Wave. Double kill for Monet. Now Jabs with that ult of his. Able to take out Windrunner in turn. Doom applied to the Pango. He's just going to roll away now.
I don't think Sumail's going to be able to pull this off.
Mail with the Shadow Strike, but see the War Stomp from XXS. Jabs. This is where the Blade Mail... Okay, the Sonic Wave was stolen by Ollie. And that's going to be enough to push Aster back. What did I say?
You just said a great Shackle Shot Focus Fire combination from Sumail, which is truly impressive if he has... He is creative. If he has invented those spells on Queen of Pain, that is actually unbelievable.
I'm just so used to him playing Wind Ranger. It's funny because when I was having that, we're having that conversation about Wind Ranger being kind of underwhelming lately. The beginning of this patch was Sumail playing Wind Runner, and he was dominating.
He was very good, and he was playing it mid. And for me, it's just been more. I've been more impressed with it in that role in general. But there's definitely something about it because many teams are running at carry. It's not like just a one-trick pony that Aster have or anything.
good luck to Sumail shackling the rest of the game. Try to keep that in mind, of course.
Doing all they want to. Set something up down here with jabs. Pretty good coverage. They have a deep ward as well. Sumail not going to walk into harm's way just yet, though. If he does go right... Ah, well, they're all under a ward as well, I just realized.
You see XXS taking apart the Vanguard to make the Octa Ring. Of course, not as efficient as before, because now the Ring of Health remains. But if you can turn on something else later, then it'll feel pretty value.
Yeah.
But he does not have his sights set on anything like that. As Q, finding Baboka, has the lasso. Brings him back to jabs. And Makoto gets the final blow. So 2K lead for Talon, and I mean, not a big lead by any means. Let's just say that this game is even. Do you think that that benefits one team over the other at this stage? Like if you're going into the draft saying, it's going to be about an even game at this stage.
I like
either team happy?
I like Talon's odds with that. I
guess you are going against the Doom, right? Although Devour did get nerfed.
Yeah, it's a bit more than a 2K lead against the average lineup, I guess, if you will. But I just think overall in the kind of... Oh, okay.
They really want Sumail. Flame Break. It was finally leveled just for you, Cinderin. Sumail able to blink out, though. The Rolling Thunder still coming. Swash misses. And Sumail will have blink again. And he is fine. And now Talon are quite deep.
What did Makoto bounce on? I feel like he hit a stone.
Oh, the shackle connects, and they will blow up Ollie. Wait, the rest of Talon runs away.
Makoto hit some... Didn't he just ping that thing? I think Makoto hit some random debris in the jungle. So he didn't get on top of Sumail. I wonder if I have a replay.
Bad luck.
That was a kill in my eyes. I was like, how the hell did he not connect in time on Pango? Sumail getting out of jail free there. And they get a kill for it. They get the Rubik, so nice for Aster. Lincoln's almost complete on Monet, as we talked about. A pretty straightforward item for him this game. Gonna get it here. So wait, so what happens here?
Right, so there's the Rolling Thunder.
Makoto must be bouncing off something. Oh, this one.
Oh, wait, what is that?
Yeah, so there's a little block in the jungle there. I think it just didn't know. Like, this isn't...
That does look like a dead tree or something.
It's like new terrain, right? Oh, it actually kind of looked like he wasn't even hitting it.
You know, I'm going to look on my screen and see what it looks like on the Monkey King terrain. It's exactly the same. All right, good.
Oh.
Just check. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the Monkey King terrain.
It's a little stone.
It's a divot just for Pango players out there. Well, Pichu's dead.
What need have I for invisible?
So Makoto will be going for the standard Aghanim Scepter on the Pango, and it will align pretty closely to his level 15 talent. And Talon will be in the pit now. Can Aster do anything about this? You can see them drawing on the map. They have an idea that this is occurring. Sonic Wave is up, Doom is up, so this could be kind of risky for Talon. They're not really taking it that fast. And Aster,
really careful. They
look ready to go.
They have a good ward for when the smoke breaks.
Yeah, it has broken. XXS jumps in, going for the Rubik first. Rolling Thunder is there. Will connect on the Doom. Can he get his ultimate off? He does. It's on the blade-mailed Timber Saw, though. Buyback now onto the Rubik, and Talon has to run away and at least reset. But now that Roche is at half HP, that opens up Aster's possibilities for taking it themselves. Swash is pretty big.
They have no Doom and they have no Tombstone. These are two really, really big spells to expend there to only kill a Rubik.
True.
I think Talon should be happy with this. If they just get their resources back up and running, I think you can go in the pit again. Killing Timber Saw is going to prove to be really tricky if he gets back up to full health somehow. I don't know if they have a way of accomplishing that, but just time will do it.
To the pit they go. They scout it out with a power shot. The Ogre Creep is coming. Watch out for that Ogre Creep. Flesh Golem as well. Decay, but will that be enough to dissuade Talon to get out of the pit? Indeed it does for the time being, but there's the last initiation onto the Undying. Siamese Cat in the pit. He's going to get bashed by Roche if he's not careful. Flame Break as well. He is finally taken out by the swash of Makoto. And Sumail, remember, he still has Sonic Wave, so this is a way to finish off Roche and try to steal the Aegis. As long as they have vision in the pit to time it correctly.
Oh, this is
buyback now onto Siamese Cat.
For Aster. They keep walking in circles. They don't really know how to approach the fight now that they don't have Doom. Talon are taking full advantage of this, just playing around the outskirts.
Yes, hard to get vision in his pit as well. The Tombstone, no place on the other side, as Ollie actually jumps in, but he gets stunned immediately. Infernal Bladed as well, and is actually focused fire brought down to his knees. There's the Sonic Wave on the two members of Talon, but the Rolling Thunder continues, and it looks like the Wind Ranger is going to get blown up to start this fight. Now Siamese Cat looks to be next on the list, but the Penguin does get killed as well. And 23savage getting extremely low doppelgangs to safety. Baboka faithful to death, but Sumail finally finishes off the pesky Phantom Lancer. Does have buyback on 23savage though. The Doom, after all of this is said and done, is back again and used again onto Jab.
Kill him?
He's in the pit, so some cover is made here. Makoto goes in with the swashbuckle, no mana at all onto Sumail. Timber Chain destroys him. XSS with the help of the impetus onto Makoto. Is he gonna live? The swashbuckle kills him, and Roche takes him out in turn. Everybody's getting involved in this fight. Jad's trying to finish off Baboka with the help of Ollie. They used the lasso pretty much for no reason, but at this point, just use everything at your disposal. A full team wipe in favor of, I think, Talon, but a lot of buybacks to come as well.
I mean, the real winner of this fight has to be Roshan, right?
Yeah, he's leveled up a shit ton. My goodness.
He gets a kill and survives as the only entity in this fight. Everyone else. Yeah, honestly, really nice play from Ollie this fight on the Rubik. I think he did a ton of work with his Shadow Amulet, just playing the outskirts. I mean, that's hilarious, though, that he finds that swashbuckle of all things. Yeah, I love Ollie's play this game, this team fight in particular, and the game as well. He's just been stable, but yeah.
Oh, it's not over yet. This might get contested. Roche is pretty damn low.
It is over.
23savage finally gets the Aegis. That was a long-winded Roche. Might you say so myself.
Okay, I thought they were maybe going to think about turning this one around, but with Timbers on the base, not going to. Monet had used his entire wind run to try to run down the PL there. But, yeah, they'll back out. 4K lead and an Aegis. This PL is going to prove to be tricky to kill him twice. Obviously, in this last fight, they did do a really good job almost killing him, but he got to reset once this heart comes into play. I do think that more than offsets the Ags on Queen. I know who I'm favoring for at least some time. And Doom Shivas is very far away because he's going to go BKB first and then eyeing up Shard and then Travels. His entire quick buy has nothing against PL. Yeah. So it will be a while.
Yeah, PL's going to be a problem.
Ironically, he's done 5k damage, so he hasn't really been a big part of pressure put onto Aster aside from the poke, but he's tanked a lot without dying.
Yeah, I mean, that Roche pit, that was all PL, or a lot of it was, because you have all these illusions in the pit. You don't have to fully commit. You have the vision in the pit to make sure that Aster can't steal it.
Yeah.
Like, just playing around all these illusions, really well done from Talon. Teasing Aster the whole time.
Yep. Bounties for Baboka will...
Yeah, and just like that, the lead is 2k now for Talon.
Radiant's middle
Now it's 3k.
Oh, okay, it's 3k now, yeah. Keep me informed, thank you.
Yep, it's still 3k.
Okay.
And it's still 3k.
Good, good one.
Double damage.
Monet close to a Blink Dagger. They're going to have a lot of jump now from Aster's side.
I don't know how much this BKB is going to change things on the Doom, actually. He's obviously going to be tankier, but they can still... As long as they get their Panga roll off before he gets doomed, or as long as they get their lasso off, we'll see.
Oh, XXS, he jumps in, gets the Doom off. This is reserved for the support Bat Rider. Impetus blows him up.
I just stole Doom.
Just like that. Oh, you're right. That is going to be a scary one.
The male might not be aware of this. He actually could be completely caught off guard. There's no dagger on the Rubik, but... That's a big one.
I'm sure XXS let him know.
Well, they have to go through Mad first.
Tier 2 tower.
You did not pick up on that.
No.
It's okay.
I thought about it for a while.
It's their coach translating for Sumail. So he needs to know that Doom was given away.
All right, good one.
But Mad isn't in the room, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I would hope not. Part officially completed now for 23savage. 2 minutes still on that Aegis. And now we're getting to the point where it's difficult to deal with his illusions.
I would say so, yes.
Radiance is always a pretty good option. Nobody really can go Radiance on the side of Aster.
I mean, Doom can.
Mjolnir. I mean, they had... did they have Gleipnir? It's just a Maelstrom right now.
Yeah, he's working on it.
So even with that, I feel like the static charge, or whatever the hell it's called from Mjolnir, is actually pretty damn good itself, because just put it on the tankiest guy or whoever they're going on, and it destroys all the illusions.
As soon as it's purgeable though, right? Or am I making that up?
Well, then you're purging. Oh, is it? Yeah, it probably is.
I actually don't remember if static charge can be removed by nullifier, but if it can, it's just yet another reason that PL will be buying it, right?
Yeah.
precious bounty.
Damn, I'm unsure. I actually think it might be undispellable. It's not an item I buy a lot.
I don't see why it would be undispellable. That'd be kind of random.
Oh, have you played Dota before?
True. It's not gonna say in the tool. Wish you guys could see Cinder now. Just every time.
Dispellable. It actually says it. Now, that does not mean it's dispellable.
Yeah, that is also true. 5k lead for Talon. The tier 2 will go in their favor as well. And Makoto, he has a shield rune, which will activate now. And he's priming up the ult. He's actually going to use it with that newly picked up Aghanim Scepter as well. And they're going to be able to clean up Boboka right off the bat.
Bye, Baika.
Structures are fortified.
That was terrible, I know.
That's why I didn't say good one. I was thinking about it, but I should not even...
I'm just immediately going to own that was awful.
Yeah, I didn't know how to dignify that with a response at all.
I was just going to say that was a Lacoste joke, but I feel like that's an insult. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, that's definitely not
He's
right.
definitely better than that.
He's a genius.
Shackle?
Shackle does hit, but this is the Aegis 23savage. Tower's going to go there where Ollie really wanted an opening. Actually, 4 steps out of the war stop, so it could have been worse.
No, they don't. Wait, when did he lose Doom? Did it actually expire? Has it been that long?
No.
Is time just a construct?
Maybe he never actually stole it. He just made that up. He baited me big time.
True.
Oh, Talon going to steal the Tormentor. 29 minutes, still standing for some reason. And Ollie on the Rubik. So,
oh, that feels good against Doom again. Similar to last game?
Indeed. We saw it last game. Some TP's out for Talon. They're going to be able to back away.
And they're showing PL bot now, so this is actually just straight up go time for Aster if they can find anything, but obviously Talon have fully disengaged. Aster will be here to pick up the scraps of just a couple of creeps, not really accomplishing much. At the very least, they didn't lose their lane of barracks, but they've successfusly outlasted the Aegis.
I would like to give a round of applause to both teams because there's only one Lotus Flower in the game right now.
Wow.
I was shocked, actually. There's two, and they just spawned. All right, they just spawned.
Another shard.
The other Tormentor. Ooh, that is a... I'm surprised he didn't have one himself.
Free roll up.
That's terrific. So now you got the Aghanim Scepter rolling Thunder. You got the talent to go with it, and you can jump in with the Blink Dagger and just sit on top of somebody with the roll up. Very, very hard to deal with.
For some reason, roll-up sounds like some sort of chewy candy.
Because it's a fruit roll-up.
Is it actually called a roll-up?
Yeah, fruit roll-up.
Okay, so that's why.
I'm surprised you know that one,
yeah.
Actually. That's definitely a U.S. thing.
I'm surprised you remembered Dre. It's incredible
It's just
how
the first name I thought of.
Even pressing each other today.
It's a very common name.
How many Dre's do you know?
Well,
as long as you remember
technically,
them.
I know 0, but I've heard of one. I think he's a doctor, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a PhD in something. Yep. I think we're going to be waiting for the next Roche, which I have to say, in the last few Roche fights have been a lot more contested.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, the dynamic that you just have like these standoffs almost. It's all about getting vision in the pit. That's kind of a big deal.
The nature of this fight that we just had in this game around that pit feels like it would not have happened like that in the old room.
Yeah. Oh, instant BKB, but you have the lasso onto the Undying. He's going to die right off the bat. Another Doom on top of Jabs, who's just going to try to walk it off because Makoto's made a lot of space with this Rolling Thunder.
And Rubik stole Scorched Earth.
Okay, good one.
I should have said Doom. You would have just believed me.
I would have. Yeah. Why would you lie about something like that?
I mean, honestly, Q is really fun. This Linken's is actually kind of a big problem for Aster to deal with. He's just blinking and lassoing someone, and they can't shackle shot him.
So effectively, for the Undying, it was a Doom ult traded for Lasso and Rolling Thunder.
Yeah,
that's really the big one.
Great trade for Talon. I mean, you just get rid of the Doom and you get a kill. Your cooldowns are shorter. Lasso's almost ready again. It's actually incredible how low the cooldown is on this spell.
So your thoughts on support Bat Rider right now? On this patch, do you see much of a difference?
He did a skill Flame Break.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the difference. So it is weaker, but I still think the hero is really, really strong if you enable it, and Talon have very successfully done that this game. I think they identified when they saw the enemy support duo that neither of these two heroes is particularly good against it. Like, Undying doesn't fully Batrider out of lane, so he knew that he was going to have an okay time, and it's been paying dividends. I really think the support duo of Talon in this game have done an immaculate job.
Almighty money.
I think both of them are really the standout players of this game for me. So,
all right, we have one greater healing Lotus completed.
all right.
Dire's top tower is under
Just another 15 minutes and we'll have a block of cheese.
Probably more than that, honestly. And you have to get all of them.
Yeah. Roche early spawn timer has kicked in, but unfortunately for Talon, it's a close to max timer, I think. So this is a minute away. Nah, it's about average. It's a little bit beyond 10 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and both teams now will occupy this area, as we have seen in the last few days at least.
Windranger
Roche
now with
still as important as ever.
Windranger with the Ags, so really the biggest of deals, it feels like, in this game.
Oh, the reactive armor actually already activated for Jab, so that's going to go to waste, it looks like. They're just going to wait for him to implode. That should be where Friendly Fire is activated. That'll be a case for Friendly Fire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's realistic.
Wait, when?
When Jabs blows up,
Oh,
that explosion should hurt your teammates.
yeah, but none of Techie's spells.
No.
Okay, that makes sense to me. That would be very Dota if it worked like that.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Roche in
Remember
10
when
seconds.
everything broke trees except Macro Fire, which literally burns everything its way?
Siamese Cat's gonna be spotted out. Jabs takes an impetus for his efforts. He's gonna get stomped as well. He gets off the reactive armor just in time. Pops the blade mail as well, but he is doomed again. This time they might actually have enough damage as the Rolling Thunder from Makoto doing so much work in addition to the lasso. That is likely to be enough. Indeed it is to take out Monet. So it's a 1-for-1, but Monet actually buys back. Jabs does not have that option. The mail in the trees. He's getting drained of all his mana. 23savage is the only one going for him, though. Oh, he's going to get shackled, though. The focus fires out. 23savage dies out of nowhere. Buys back.
It's time to get the hell out.
And Roche is coming. Watch out.
They cannot kill Peel a second time. They don't have focus fire and they don't have Sumail. So they're going to dip together with Roche. Everybody goes in a
23savage is going to greet them from the other side. Shackle does hit, but now, oh man, look at that gap close. Baboka brought back with the flame break and brought down to the grave. Siamese Cat will concede it.
Honestly, not that bad for Aster. I think the way they isolated and blew up the Timber there was crucial. He did not get Lincolned in time by the bat. I wonder if there was a way there for Q to react to that. But I think he was off the other side of the fight, already having his own fight, so couldn't really connect and try to protect the Timber. We're going to see the replay here. Is there a way here for... Where is he? Oh, he's all the way over on the left. If he somehow could have linked his Timber here, that would have been massive.
So just to... We did have questions about whether it still worked this way. The reactive armor just got dispelled by Doom, so it is still dispellable for sure. I'm surprised he didn't just go Lincoln's on himself.
Yeah. I agree. I've not really felt the blade melt very much this game, personally. Anyway, still looking good for Talon. They get the Aegis and the
XXS
Chase
is fine. Yeah, Aegis Cheese now on Talon's side. And with this second rush, let's see how much they can get out of it. There are no tier 2 tower. There's one mid, actually, still to get. Look for them to do that, and then to, at the very least, poke the high ground. But still, not like it's a monumental lead for Talon at all.
Huh. He changed his mind on 23. He was going Nullifier, now he's going Lincoln's instead. He wants the defensive potential against the Windranger more so than the offensive one. I get it. I mean, if he gets focus fired, it's annoying. So if he can block that or block the Shackle Shot. This item is amazing against Windranger because she's a 1-2 punch kind of hero. You need to combine the spells back to back, and you can... If you counter either of the two, Windranger doesn't really deal with you very well. So, makes sense. I guess what he's going to do is he's going to get this Lincoln's, and then once his Aegis expires, he will replace... He'll probably swap... Maybe he swaps out his Treads for Nullifier, actually. Phantom Rush range talent gives him quite a lot of stickiness anyway. He might not need the move speed that badly. Now it's gone.
Radiant's middle
That is the
tower
last
has fallen.
outer tower for Aster. How is their high ground defense, would you say?
It's definitely, it's decent. They have some okay poke between Windranger and Queen of Pain Ags to constantly harass and...
Ooh, Martyr's Blade.
Oh, that's a nice one to find.
Really? I haven't been seeing people take it, even on Abaddon, actually. Makoto pops his ult, going in deep, trying to get this Enchantress, but the heal goes off. So it's more for space if nothing else. The range racks is taken. But now that the Rolling Thunder is down, Talon resets.
It was with Arcane Rune, so not too long before he has it again. But yeah, the Martyr's Plate I think is interesting on Timber here.
Dire's
It's 25% magic resist that you just get for free, and then obviously the redirection could save PL in a key moment. It seems like he's been the primary target regardless, though, so I don't even know if that redirect's going to matter much, but the 25% magic resist is definitely very valuable against a lot of this random damage killing him.
23savage now focusing on the melee racks. This looks to be theirs. Ollie looking for the opening, but the Aghanim Scepter onto XXS apparently was finished at some point. He gets off the Doom. Now just trying to stay in front of everybody. Finally pops the BKB, but there's a telekinesis save again. So the Doom not really doing too much. Big Sonic Wave comes out, but you can see Sumail with very little mana, able to blink out though. He's close enough to his fountain that he can reset himself. These illusions are very hard to deal with for Aster.
This is bad news for
And now
Aster.
Doom is down.
No Sonic, no Doom, no BKB. I honestly think you just go. Like, PL's healing up to full now, passively. He still has 2 minutes on Aegis. Don't back down. He's going to backpack his treads now, so he has the Lincolns completed. And this is going to be really difficult for us. Like, how do you output enough damage to truly bully 23 out of your base? With all the protection in the world sitting behind him. Telekinesis from the...
There's Martyrdom. It's activated, Cinder. That's the purple.
Oh, it looks cool.
Undying also took that.
Very pretty.
Makoto.
Doom is trying to exit the game. Bottom.
Is that where you break your items? There's the initiation. Double force F with the lasso puts Enchantress on the wrong side. But Boca does have buyback available. I don't know how they defend without Doom though, so this will be conceded. Although they do fortify and there is backdoor protection.
Oh, wait,
Rolling Thunder though, there's the roll up as well. Delicious fruity roll up. But is able to be pushed away, so not able to find real good connection. But this will be a second set of racks regardless. And Talon have their sights set on Megas. They have their sights set on a 2-0. Can Aster do anything about it? There's the focus fire into 23. BKB pop by Monet. Needs to go in a little deeper, but not sure if he's going to find the connection. And it's just the Aegis they're trying to get through as well, with 44 seconds remaining on it. And you can see 23savage like, please kill me! Kill me!
It's not fun when he wants it though, so they back off.
Yeah, apparently. So he's going to wait it out. I mean, anytime it's under 30 seconds, you do have to be a bit careful.
Yeah.
So Talon will back off
They
and
got
be
a lot
happy
out of
with
this.
2 full sets of barracks.
Yeah, that's some nasty damage from Sumail there. There was a lot of scream damage, like 8k coming out from him, but he's definitely been doing his best to output. Haven't seen, once again, Windranger has not really impressed me in another game here as a carry.
Yeah.
And it's not really just the raw numbers here, it's also like how much you feel the impact and how reliable it is. Lasso. How many times are they going to do this to Baboka? Nice focus fire from the Rubik.
Yeah.
Insane damage.
Very good. Baboka looks to be dead. Still has the buyback, so never expended that one. And the focus fire onto Makoto. Looks like it's going to not be very effective. Martyrdom activated on the side of Aster. Martyrdom deactivated now on the side of Aster. As tier 3 remains in the bot lane. Cute. Does not have the lasso up quite yet. Another 30 seconds to try to get another initiation. Weren't able to force out the buyback. But these illusions still doing chip damage on this tower. So eventually this will fall.
They got to be careful walking too close to this wall here as well. Q could flame break them across.
Radiant's bottom
Undying.
tower has fallen.
Hit back off there and not get caught in that, but
Tower there.
the
The
timing!
He does get the Infernal Blade, but the telekinesis saves the PL again, but the focus fire still applied to him right now as XXS gets a nice stone onto into the Sonic Wave to follow. The Timbersaw looks to be his main sight right now. They will be able to get that, but the buyback did come out onto Q. He's going to reconnect with his team. Jab's still holding on to his. And again, now that Doom is down, Talon might just want to go in and finish this despite this being 4v5.
I feel like if you want to push here, you need to buy back your Timber. Like, don't half-ass it. Either go for it or don't.
Yeah, well, there is the lasso initiation onto XXS. Pops the BKB. And Makoto, he's going to get focus fire. Better be careful. He can get ripped apart very easily. He will find his way to the low ground, and we'll be okay. XXS, he wants to get more.
Nice, man.
Still no
out all the same.
And 23.
It's a dead on.
Yeah, Undying just gets drained of all of his mana and now his life. But Siamese Cat does have buyback. These supports holding onto it for quite a while. There's the War Stop. It does connect this time. 23savage. He's going to get brought down if he's not careful. Doppelganger. But only one remains. Power shot does hit him. Sumail going in as well. Pops the Bloodstone, and the last right click will be enough. So yeah, big miscommunication between Talon and Jabs. It seems like it's Makoto is brought down as well. So a successful defense from Aster.
Don't get it? I just don't understand. Like, well, am I missing something really obvious here? Like, they killed him without Doom and Sonic, by the way, so it wasn't like he was safe. That was a bit strange to me. And honestly, sure, you're going to respawn, you're going to come back. That was a huge gold swing. You just gave away like...
It's a 2K lead right now.
You gave away like 7K just sticking around there. For what?
You sound really angry.
I'm disappointed. I'm not angry. Not yet.
And what would it take for you to get angry? What would it take in this game, Cinderin? Keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Those bounty runes can bring the game back to even,
Actually, yeah.
Oh, man. We might have ourselves a game here. You're going to have to eat your words about Windrunner.
Guess so. She's a really good hero 5v4. I'll tell you that.
Tier 2 tower taken out in favor of Aster now.
Yeah. All right, 1K lead only. They're going to find some bounties on the way through the jungle.
Oh,
they
yeah.
follow the drawing that Pichu just
It should give them the lead.
beautifully made on the map.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Delicious.
So Male pings them. He's like, let me bottle. And Boboka's like, money. Wait, that wasn't Boboka. It was Pichu. Anyway.
Well, Undying is greedy. He likes those gummy bears, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of his lore.
Got to be able to buy the vitamins. Roche will likely be hugely impactful here. If Aster can get their hands on this, I mean, this game has honestly been blown wide open.
When is it not impactful? I feel like this game is literally about Roche.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel that way? It's
Yeah.
like literally everything around it is just fluff. And then there's Roche and a stalemate and a fight.
And the
cheese.
Definitely a stalemate right now. Some good Radiant Vision here from Aster.
Rolling Thunder initiation. Doom goes out a little bit too late. XXS not able to find any type of connection. Focus fire onto Makoto. He's going to roll away. Couple impetuses are hitting him as well. But it looks like a reset here from Talon. But they know that Doom is down. Focus fire is down as well. XXS, he gets the refresher up. Another Doom, but these are just illusions. XXS. Oh no. Aster getting baited hard. And that means Talon can go back in. But Doom is still up. So he Timber chains right into it for some reason. Sonic Wave to follow. Jabs gets force staff. Looks like he's going to Timber chain to safety. There is the initiation finally onto Sumail, who dies. Has to buy back now.
Consolation engaged so that XXS doesn't feel so bad about his Doom. It's like, you hit me. He did bait him out. Honestly, that looked kind of reckless from Jabs, but he did survive it. It was kind of close, but he baited them in.
They have the vision. Boboka goes down.
So it worked out for him in the end. Like, he ended up tanking a crap ton of spells and just buying time for the Doom to expire and giving them those exit kills. But wow, this game is definitely
It's delivering.
It's delivering. It's getting entertaining, and I wanted to say for a moment, I wanted to say for all the wrong reasons, but it's not really true.
I mean, you can tell if you're XXS right now, you are so pissed. Like, this is a rage Doom.
This
right
is
there.
real
Like,
bad.
you are so angry that there's a PL in the game.
Jabs is like, wait.
Yet you haven't bought Shivas for some
What if I went into the...
Yeah, that was odd.
But I mean, it worked out really well for him because he effectively baited them to Sonic Wave, he baited Sumail to stick around, and he got saved. Honestly, that was a bit... It worked, but it was close, and it was dangerous.
That's fair. The Sonic Wave being... Yeah, that's definitely true. Roche is being attempted and should be a freebie for Talon. And we are 2.5 minutes until daytime, so we will not be seeing the Agnum Scepter. It will be the Refresher Shard instead, which this game is actually quite valuable. You can put it on the Pango, you can put it on the Bat Rider, which, I mean...
I would like to see it on the Bat. I feel like Q is really making this game happen.
Yeah, he is.
Give him another lasso, let the man do it.
You can get double Boots of Bearing out of that Refresher.
Double Lincoln's double Trickster Cloak.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the shit. I think, you know what? I like this better. Keep it in the backpack of Pango.
Sure.
I'm guessing he's gonna use his ult and then swap it in as he's rolling.
No, it's probably...
I mean, either is good. Both spells are really valuable here, so... There's a finished Disperser here for the PL.
So upgrading from Inhibit to Suppress.
He is still working on the Nullifier now, so he does want it, but it will be his 6th item. Absolutely rounding out his inventory at the very last with this, except a Moonshot.
What are your thoughts, though, on the thing I mentioned?
This is a good talent.
XXS does not have Shivas yet.
There's actually a really interesting thing we just got highlighted there. Windrunner just got the level 25 talent that it can't be spelled. So
okay.
You're kind of missing the timing on this now. I don't know if he's aware. Because, like, is it actually worth buying it at all now? If you're not, it's still good against Glimmer, it's still good against Pike, but it's at least some of the appeal is out the window here.
Yep, that is definitely fair. Talon are smoked up, right behind 23savage. It's Makoto still with that Refresher Shard available. And Q looking for the lasso target. He's been on point so far this game. Although they haven't really forced the supports yet to buy back, but here we have the initiation. Baboka's going to be the first target. Focus fire again on the Rolling Thunder target. As Doom actually jumped in, gets the Doom onto 3 here. It's XXS. He's going to be able to find the Rubik. Buyback in the game instantly. 23savage trying to just stay on the outskirts of this AoE Doom, and they will do so successfully. Of course, XXS does have Refresher available. Might have to use it in Fog. Q, he's looking for a target, but we can think of some good things sometimes.
That makes a lot of sense to other people.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out. Talon still sitting on the Aegis. They know that one Doom is down.
Sonic's down for a bit. Flesh Golem down for a long time. You see Rolling Thunder ready in 35.
Yeah. And the best time to fight is actually... maybe now. Monet, Focus Fire's there. Gleipnir connects onto 23savage as well. He's going to continue to get chased by the Wind Ranger, but has to reset now. And there's the lasso onto Sumail. He's completely surrounded, but blinks out with help from that Lotus. And all the while, Doom does not have his ult, has not used the Refresher. Looks like Baboka is going to be the first to be cleaned up. Gleipnir holding 23savage in place again. This is the last remaining barracks here for Aster, and there's the buyback on Baboka. 23savage. Controlled now, Shackle him. Focus fire as well, but it's a Sonic Wave only on the 1, but it is Makoto, and it's a very valuable kill at that. Reactive armor. It's going to blow up and do almost no damage. There's Jabs now. Kind of stuck in the corner. Actually, will eat the cheese, so we'll survive a little bit longer, but there is the AoE XXS Doom. Doppelganger coming out. He's actually chasing. He wants to die with his Aegis. He'll get the Doom first. The Aegis still remains. And another lasso comes out, this time onto Sumail.
No buyback.
No buyback at all. Second Doom from XXS. He'll be able to finish off the Timber Stomp. Will buy back into the game now. Makoto, this will be a huge kill. They're able to get it. They do. Pango diebacks. Now the PL, he's completely out of mana. XXS forced the TP away. This should open it up for the Mega Creeps for Talon, despite not having their Pango. And it indeed will be the case. Another missed Timber Chain from Jabs, despite there being an entire forest of trees right there. As the Ancient is now completely exposed, and 23savage can just right-click away, knowing that Sumail cannot buy back. They're losing a lot of the damage, but Monet gets off the... Okay, Jabs actually is going to die back as well. And 23savage trying to finish this game, despite not having 2 of his cores in the 45 seconds, so probably can just right-click the Ancient. Lasso is there to help provide some space, and TLN finally wins.